Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I also have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to address a topic that a lot of you guys who are manifesting a specific person have to deal with and may be struggling with. And that is, how do you deal with all these questions about the how? Obviously, as conscious manifestors, we are not supposed to worry about the how. We're not supposed to make the how our business. We are supposed to say the what it is that we want, and not worry about the how. However, I know that in reality, a lot of you still worry about the how and still wonder about it. So I wanted to make this video today to help you deal with it and give you an alternative method which may help you overcome your obsession or your fixation with the how. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So as I just said in my intro, I know that a lot of you guys who are manifesting a specific person are really struggling when it comes to the how things are going to unfold, how is it going to happen, how is it going to be possible, especially if you have circumstances that you perceive as obstacles. For example, let's say that you're long distance with your specific person and you're wondering, how am I going to meet them in person? How are we going to be together if we live in two different countries, for example? How is it going to happen if they have a third party? How is it going to happen if we are in no contact? How is it going to happen if they told me that they don't care about me, or they're not interested in me, or they don't want to commit to me, or they're not attracted to me, or they don't see a future with me, and so on. There are so many scenarios. So as you probably know from what we teach in the manifesting community, as a conscious manifestor, you are not supposed to worry about the how. And that is because as a conscious manifestor, you are supposed to determine what the what is. So what you want to experience, how you want your relationship to be. But beyond that, you're supposed to do your inner practice and then trust the process. Some people might call that let go. In any event, you're not supposed to be spending a lot of time and a lot of energy on thinking about the how, overthinking, analyzing, and so on. I know, however, as a coach, and also from some manifestations of my own where I had a lot of resistance, that sometimes it's so tempting to start thinking about the how, especially when we have circumstances that we perceive as a problem or difficult or in some way hindering our manifestation. It is a natural response of the human mind to start thinking about the how, to try and find some solution to the problem, to what it perceives as the problem. And so I know that this natural tendency of the human mind tends to contradict the principles of manifesting that say, don't worry about the how, worry about the what, and then the how is going to sort itself out. If you're able to do that, that is fantastic. That is probably the easiest and most effortless way to manifest anything. However, as I said, I know that it's not always the easiest thing. So today, I thought that I would give you an alternative method if you're one of those people who are struggling with the how, so that you can still satisfy that natural tendency of your mind. You are still able to satisfy all those urges of your ego to make you think about the how, but at the same time also stick to your story, align to your story, not fall off your state, not fall off track, and so on. So once you start noticing that you're grappling again with the how, that you are starting to struggle again, overthinking about how things are going to come about, how things are going to unfold, how they're going to develop, how your manifestation is going to become possible, etc. You can play a game with yourself and use that natural tendency of thinking about the how, but to your benefit, in a way that favors your manifestation and still aligns with your story that you're manifesting. So whereas before you would be thinking about the circumstances, about the 3D, about the old story, and how you can turn it around, Instead, you can think about the how, give yourself permission to think about the how, but think about all the positive hows. For example, if you and your specific person are long distance and you're thinking, how are we going to be able to meet up? How are we going to be able to be together? How are we going to be able to get married, for example? You want to replace all of these hows with all the possible scenarios. Let your imagination go free. Imagine all the possible scenarios through which things could happen. For example, they could take a plane and come see me. Or I could take a plane and go visit them. Or maybe they get a fantastic offer for a job in my country and they move to my country, or vice versa. Or maybe we get together first, we start a long distance relationship, and then after a little while, we realize that we really want to be together. We want to be living in the same house or in the same town and see each other often. So one of us moves to where the other is. So this is a productive way of dealing with the how of the situation, of what you see as perceived circumstances, but without falling off track, without falling off your story, without going to the opposite direction or spiraling about what you see as opposing circumstances. If your specific person, for example, has a third party and you are starting to wonder, well, how are we going to be able to be together? They have a third party. Well, you can think about all the possibilities that could bring you together. So, for example, maybe they're going to separate from the third party. Maybe the third party leaves them. Maybe the third party cheats on them and they break up. Maybe they both mutually agree that they're not compatible and it's best if they take separate ways. Maybe they fall so madly in love with you that they leave the third party for you. There are so many scenarios, so many situations, so many options. So start thinking of all of those possibilities when your mind starts thinking and wondering and overanalyzing the how. Let's say your specific person told you that they don't want to commit to you, they don't see a future with you. Instead of thinking about that and about everything that you consider as opposing circumstances, you want to be thinking about all the hows that can bring you together. For example, maybe they have an epiphany one day and they realize that you are the person for them. Maybe they see something or hear something or watch something that reminds them of you, and all of a sudden they realize they want to be with you. Maybe they have a dream one night about you, and that's what prompts their decision to be with you. Again, so many options, so many scenarios, so many opportunities. There are so many ways. There are an infinite amount of ways, you guys, in which things can unfold. So when you catch yourself start worrying about the how, turn it around. You can still use that concept of how, but use it to your advantage. Use it to your benefit. Use it in a way that still aligns with your story and with your manifestation. Think of all the possible ways in which your manifestation can happen. Think of all the potential ways. However crazy they might be, think about them, dwell in them, have fun with them, play with them, be happy with them, and get yourself into that state of, yes, I'm expecting it. Yes, I know it's possible. Yes, I absolutely know and I absolutely expect that it can happen. So don't worry about the how itself, but use it in a way that is actually productive and beneficial to you, and in a way that actually serves you and aligns with what you want. So do this method if you're one of those people who are struggling with the how. Start doing this method, start turning things around in this way, see how it works for you, see if it helps you stay on track, and hopefully you're going to satisfy your mind's urge to think and overanalyze the how, but at the same time, you are going to stay true and loyal to your story, to your state, and to the reality that you're manifesting. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.